It's not an
Interesting.
option. It's not an option to put them back.
What?
You can. So there's a sun shade thing that you can put on top of the a sun visor. My bad. There we go. A sun visor you can put on it, and for some reason, if you put it on, it'll take away the lights, but you can't put the lights back on. The lights just cease to exist. So I'm
What
not
the
gonna mess
fuck?
with it. Yeah, I don't know.
I like to look at the fire trucks in this
I
game.
see it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really. Not very appealing to me on that one.
What?
I was looking at the horns. I was like, eh. Was not a fan.
Fair.
Anyway, it's back to where it was, and I have my lights, so I think we're good.
Baller. On that P16?
Yeah. So I got the engine upgrade. It's pretty much maxed out. Cool.
Huh.
Well, I guess you want to hop on mine and you want to play Michigan?
Sure.
Baller.
Tell me when you recovered your vehicles and all that.
I got them. I had everything retained, so like even if you're on a multiplayer server, it'll drag your stuff with you. Well, I've had it happen where some of the stuff had stayed, but I'm 99% sure that I put everything back in and retained it.
Alright, good.
I did have that one time where I went with Hack and I went to Russia to go grab the 750 and it was still there. So I had to go grab it from that garage before I could play with it, which is really weird. All right, I'm starting one.
I am 46,000 away from the BMP2.
That's good.
Indeed. But I'm meeting the struggle that all you guys are. Money. Money's a big thing now for me. I know how to officially make Silver Lions.
I just play the game. Money,
Well,
money
yes.
isn't. I don't have a getting money problem. I have a spending SL problem. That's the issue. Because all of the stuff, because I have higher tier stuff for essentially every nation, so everything is expensive.
Yes. I don't have any of that yet. Sadly. I'm hard of the top tier of Russia.
I hate how good top tier Russia is. It just hurts me.
I just want it because I like the tanks. I don't care how overpowered it is. I want the BMP-2, the T-72, and the T-62. That's all I want. I'll have the T-90 as well, but that's it.
Are you in the group chat,
Do-do-do-do.
Nash?
What group chat?
On Snap.
No, I don't use Snapchat.
Oh, dude, you gotta get on Snap simply because of the group chat me and being a nuke have. And Ryan. Simply for that, I only really message them, and that's
No,
pretty much it.
I stopped using social media whenever, or all that shit when fucking they started getting political and stupid.
Well, I don't use like Insta or anything else like that, so that is the only form that I use, and that is just to keep up with them.
Fair enough. Also, I got banned in War Thunder chat.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, 3
Oh
days.
man, that's awesome. What'd you
It
say?
really is. Some funny things.
The gamer word.
Here, let me just send you what they sent me. Per se.
Yeah, gummit, I didn't put
Fine.
the hitch on this thing.
Here's some shit. Alright. Here you go. Heat. What do you think of that? Take it as you will.
Oh gee, I wonder what you said.
I know, I wonder.
Oh man, I
Wonder what I
wonder.
said.
Hmm.
Man, I said GG multiple times. That's all.
Alright,
I
so
got
to
a
the
little,
code.
I got a little goofy, per se. Can't believe they banned me for saying just being nice, being a nice guy. Kind of mean. I was just being a nice guy, calling people what they are, you know?
Oh my word.
What?
That's out of pocket.
Why? Why is it out of pocket? You're not
You said
recording, right?
I am.
Oh.
You
Oh.
haven't violated any rules so far, so let's keep it that way.
Okay. Yeah, what I just said totally was totally normal. Not out of pocket at all.
Oh, why
What?
do the concrete blocks have to be so far away?
What are you recording for?
YouTube.
Uh,
Are you not subbed?
I am.
I still didn't
I
put the
am.
trailer hitch on this thing. Are you kidding me? That was the whole purpose of getting in there, and I still didn't do it. I'm an idiot.
Moment.
Man, I'm stupid.
A bit dumb.
That's 2 so I need blocks. Now I gotta take that. I've been crushing it with the big contracts on Michigan. I'm almost done with the third set.
All right, I'm in. Where are all my trucks gone? Yeah.
You have all of mine, so, and I don't have... You should have some. You should have yours. I downloaded yours, so... You should have them.
Oh, there they are. I don't care. Where are you?
Going down to the gas station, I gotta pick up a trailer. And then... I gotta head towards the quarry. Drop off the P16 right there, just let it sit, because I've gotta go all the way up to the warehouse. That's up on the mountain. So I can go get some concrete blocks, bring it back, put it on the P16 trailer, and then take it to Island Lake.
What do you want me to do?
Hold on, I'm about to pull up to the gas station. I will literally read off what I need you to do. Because there's one more set for this quest.
All right.
Oh, I barely made it.
What do you mean by that? What happened?
I almost hit the gas pump. This big thing has 0 agility whatsoever.
No agility? Question mark.
None. Alright, so this quest... I can do the port one, that's pretty nonchalant. I need you to go to Black River. I need you to take some spare parts and fuel. And I need you to take that
What
to
spare
the
parts? Vehicle or service?
vehicle spare parts. It's at the service hub.
Okay.
Literally right next door. That, and then come to the gas station I'm at, grab some fuel, and take it to Black River. Deliver that to the old house.
Hold on. So
That's
you want me to
that's
get
2
service spare
slots of
parts?
cargo. Vehicle service parts. That's right next door to you.
Yes.
And then come
Wait,
down
what mission are
here.
you doing?
What mission am I doing?
Yeah. Where do I need spare parts from?
The service hub, dude, is literally next door. To your left.
I know that, but oh, you want me to do the second part of it?
Yeah. Go ahead and take it.
Okay, that confused me for a second. I didn't realize you didn't complete the first part, so I was looking where.
Yeah,
where I was doing.
I'm on the first part. I have 2 out of 3 of the cargo. I'm fixing to go right up towards the quarry, and then I'm gonna switch over to the 750 and ride up the mountain and go pick it up.
All right. Seems legit.
Hopefully by that time. Okay, good. I didn't hit the trees. You'll have that done, and then we can strike on.
I have to wait for you to do that part though. That's the issue. Because I don't know where it's leading me. Because I can't see until you get that part done.
Look on Map Runner.
I am. I know where to get everything. I'm saying I can't see where I have to unload these stuff in the mission.
We can just drop the trailer off, or just throw them off or whatever. It's not. I'm just putting them there so I don't have to go get them and make another trip.
There's no service spare parts.
You what?
Not there. Just normal, not vehicle spare parts. Just
Vehicle
service
spare parts. Yeah, vehicle spare parts and fuel.
Got it. I just have to deploy my crane. God damn it. Oh, fuck it. I don't know what I'm able to say.
No racism. How about that?
Alright, that's doable. Just get War Thunder, so I won't get too quirky.
Pretend it's War Thunder in your chat band.
So I can't talk at all. Okay, cool.
Just mute yourself.
Just mute yourself now.
Not only am I dragging the
what?
super heavy trailer, I'm also dragging my 750 with me, so this thing is long.
What are you doing, Chief? Why you gotta be like that?
Because I'm built different.
Built
Constructed
special?
alternatively.
Fair enough.
Constructed in an unorthodox manner.
Is that from a certain YouTuber
Maybe.
that also makes goofy jokes?
It might be.
Russian Badger moment. I need a tier list of the 3 top YouTubers you'll watch within the past year.
Definitely Russian Badger. He definitely makes number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would have to be the PKA podcast, but that's like 3 people. That's because it's FPS Russia and then 2 of his buddies.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was back.
Nope. It sucks that he's technically a felon for half an ounce of weed.
Wait, what happened?
Allegedly, he's I say that with the largest amount of sarcasm possible. They were throwing all these charges at him, and it was like, oh, they were throwing all kinds of charges at him, and they were gonna like essentially bury him under the prison. And he was looking at like 35 years for all these stupid charges, and he talked him down with his lawyer and whatever to, I think it was 2 months? 3 months? I don't know. It wasn't a year, but it was a couple months.
So the government just doesn't like him.
But basically.
I wonder why.
But they made all of that off of. The only reason he said that he pleaded guilty with the intention to distribute was because of the plea deal that he was given. Like and what his lawyer told him, like basically if you didn't do that, it was gonna be like super hard to maybe convince them not to, like I said, bury him under the jail.
So he had to sacrifice everything
so,
for that.
Yeah. And he took that for a couple months in prison. So now he's a felon, according to the criminal justice system.
Even though he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, even though that was his weed, like, oh, I'm gonna distribute half an ounce of weed. Yes. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Yes. Felony charges. Well, yes.
Yes. The government doesn't like when you make your own money. Obviously. I watch a lot of Joe Rogan. That's kind of like my thing.
I watch his clips. I don't watch his show per se.
I like the podcast. They're a bit devious, if you will.
I just watch like the YouTube shorts from his show. I don't watch the show itself.
That's fair. What is happening? I'm being not Gaijin, runnered.
It's Gaijin. You're essentially being Gaijin.
Yeah, right now. I can't climb up the hill.
Alright.
I wonder how broken of a game Gaijin and SnowRunner could make together.
With SnowRunner's poor multiplayer optimization and Gaijin's really bad business decisions, oh, there's no telling.
I know, right? a DLC to get. It's not no longer like you have to pay to get the T-72 like terms and stuff. It's like buy the terms DLC now for $50.
Knowing them, they'd probably have a $30 sale like they did the Term 3. And that was disastrous for the matchmaker for a while.
There's a lot of terms I noticed, or the term T, or not the term T,
yeah, the Term
what's it
3.
called? The 3.
Well, Gaijin knew it would sell like hotcakes.
I mean, they know how to make money. Like they're not stupid by any means, arguably.
Allegedly.
They know how to. Well, yeah. Let me rephrase this. They know how to milk money out of players.
Oh, I forgot to change the snow tires off of this thing. Oh well. I'm just going up a mountain and coming back
Idiot.
down, and it's not the end of the world.
Fair enough. But it's cool how
Mostly
Gaijin's supposedly listening to your community. Somewhat. They're supposedly listening to the community, adding the economy changes. I don't know much about it though. Alright, you unloaded that stuff yet?
I'm bringing my crane truck down there. This will take no time at all because this thing is fast.
Alright.
I gotta bring it down there so when I get back from the top of the mountain with those blocks, I can unload them and load them back up on the P16 and then take it to Island Lake.
Alright.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. If I didn't, then I'd have to drag the 750 with me, and that's just. It was just a handful coming down the road. So.
Man, look at all this fresh air that I'm putting into the air. Greta Thunberg approves. Whatever her name is, the little brat child.
Yeah. I like how everything she did, and then she just disappeared off the face of the earth.
I know, right?
Rather comical.
I'm gonna make an oil company and name it after her. I think that's the play here, to be honest. The Thunberg Oil Co.
That'll be good.
Because she can't sue me, technically, because I'm not using her full name. And since I'm an oil company, I'll just pay all the stuff off. Because I'm an oil company and I make a lot of money.
Oil tycoon moment.
Indeed.
This is truly a Rockefeller moment.
Oh, God. Imagine trying to sue an oil company.
Impossible. That is literally the impossible challenge. You are not winning that.
You just disappear.
Pretty much.
Like the guy that tried to make the water car.
Poor guy he's dead in a ditch somewhere.
I know. That made the water car, then oh no, he just suddenly died one day. Oh no.
Dude literally said, "I'm gonna head out," and he died.
The government's really bad at hiding that stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. We should make women work on oil rigs.
Yeah, where's all that gender? They don't want that gender equality when that happens.
No.
Obviously, not all women are like that, but
Most of Earth women are.
I'd say
see them go do that in Russia or China.
I think it's a minority that acts like that. Like acts all. Ooh, never mind. That was a back room.
They do it in America and Britain where they're safe. I want to see them do it in like Russia or China. Start riots and stuff. I want to see them complain in Russia or China. What do you think would happen to them? Like honestly.
Well, they did that in 1989, but it didn't work out so well for them.
We don't talk about the incident.
It was a college block party. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Nothing more.
Yeah, go to Russia and complain. I want to see what happens. Let's see if you see your family again.
I was watching a clip of it, of like the protests talking about the Ukraine war, or whatever. And this woman was talking to this newscaster,
Oh
or
my
whatever,
gosh,
and she literally got taken away mid like interview.
Yeah. I've seen that. I don't think Ukraine's any better though, to be honest. You know how corrupt Ukraine is? Or I'm not trying to be pro-Zov here, but like before the war even.
I don't give a crap about any of it. Can my tax dollars stop leaving the country?
Yeah.
How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that before we go do anything else.
America trying not to get themselves involved. Hardest difficulty.
That's what.
Oh, look at this country. Look at these two countries that are nowhere near us and not affecting us at all. Well, you know what we should totally do? Shove our face in it.
This is definitely a politician moment if I've ever seen one.
Indeed. And then we police officers are getting underpaid while soldiers that aren't even in our army are getting paid more than us because we're paying them, giving them all of our tax money.
No disrespect to anybody of the military or the police.
Not at all.
Disrespect for them.
Nobody deserves disrespect if you're in that role. But like, we're giving them all of our equipment, everything that we paid for.
We're giving all of the Russians and Ukrainians. I say Russians because they're eventually going to get their hands on it. Someone's going to mess up and it's going to get left or blown up.
They already got a Bradley.
I don't doubt it. Did you know they get a STRF? Oh, there's the trailer I left up here. Did you know that there was a STRF 9040 that they captured?
Yeah, they're capturing a lot of this stuff. They have Javelins now. They have Bradleys. They're destroying Leopards like crazy. Have you seen that?
They disabled one, but Ukraine was able to drag it back off the field before they.
Yeah, but they destroyed others like fully.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I mean, it is war after all.
Like, and then everybody's like, "Oh, civilians are dying." Well, maybe if you do a thing called evacuate, right? I don't know. This is a really big term for you, you know?
It's like by this time, if you haven't left, I mean,
like evacuate. Like, oh, you know, I'm gonna stand in this highly military air zone where all of our military is. It'd be a shame if artillery was to start raining upon them, you know? Like, you should just evacuate.
The whole thing is FUBAR. How about that? The whole thing is FUBAR.
Yes.
I think everybody can agree on that. It is all FUBAR.
Yes. I don't support any of it because it's my tax money that's going into it. Like, we're getting Russian equipment, but like they're getting American equipment.
I'm down for Ukraine winning because Russia's just retarded.
Well, so is Ukraine, in my opinion, but like,
Russia's more retarded, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They thought it was going to be over in like a day, and that Ukraine would roll over.
Well, I mean, it almost was. But Cuckhead Zelensky over there thought differently. Along with.
It's straight.
I'm not gonna talk shit about Putin because I wanna live, you know. I don't care that I'm in America. I don't care. They're gonna hire some like black hobo or white hobo to come shoot me.
I could better articulate my thoughts on this if I were to write them down, but I'm slightly retarded.
To be honest, I'm kind of retarded. You're not recording, right?
I am.
But I thought we can't say the funny.
I don't care about that. Just don't be racist. Twitch hasn't banned me for saying it, so I think we're good.
Old house, Black. Wait, do I need
If
to go
they
to Black River with all this?
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
What did you do?
I don't want to talk about it. I went all the way to Island Lake.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Oh my word.
I made a mild mistake. Misinput. Calm down.
Calm down. It was a misinput.
There's misinput. My God, misinput. I want SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna eat my kids' SpaghettiOs.
I'm going to kidnap a sub sandwich from the fridge because I'm starving.
I really just broke this. Oh my God, I'm a retard. I just broke the slide off something. This is gonna cost me a lot of money. I just made a vital mistake.
Speaking of causing lots of money, I am causing massive amounts of damage to the Michigan roadway system right now with this trailer.
It already sucks. Don't worry. It already sucks. You're not missing anything. You hit a pothole in our state, your entire car is gonna blow up. I just broke the slide off my Makarov.
Uh-oh.
I made a mistake. I pulled out a Makarov moment. This is way too expensive for it to just break. Cause it's an old Soviet one, and it's engraved with stuff on it.
Yeah.
It's engraved. I don't want to pay to get it done. Well, I didn't get it done. It was from an old Soviet warehouse, I think. But frankly, it's gonna cost a lot of money to repair it.
Shocker, the Soviet pistol is from a Soviet warehouse.
Shocking, I know, right?
Concrete monoxide.
I got that Chinese Makarov, you know.
I wonder what the Chinese service pistol is. I have no idea off the top of my head.
Makarov, I guarantee you. It's just a Makarov. I think my game just did the funny. My game did do the funny.
Oh. Well, you've
That's
got the code.
suboptimal. Oh, game corrupted.
The game oh.
There.
That's
Oh,
not good.
a file corrupted. I have to fucking check. Oh! I can cuss, right? Kinda like cuss.
I don't care, just no racism.
Okay.
Racism is the fast track to getting banned.
The fast pass?
That is the fast pass to me getting banned off YouTube, and I would hate for that to happen.
You have quite a bit of subs when I last checked.
I'm trying, but no one watches these, so... At least not all the way through, it'd be a miracle.
I'm subbed, just forgot the name of your channel.
It's my name.
Heat Seeker? Yeah, I'm looking.
You don't have the notifications turned on?
I have
hurt.
a bunch of I currently have 9,000
I am hurt.
Notifications, dude.
Head hurty.
I have 9,000 notifications. Give me a break. There you are. What is keeping it casual? What is this? Oh god. Keeping it casual in SnowRunner? Oh god.
What'd you think I was recording for? You'd know that if you would know that if you paid attention.
I don't pay attention a lot. That's all I'm a cop.
I can tell.
I know, right? I get paid to sit in a car and watch roads all day, make sure nobody speeds. Isn't that awesome? And I'm underpaid. We didn't talk about that though. You should probably update your... Oh my god, Tomcat on my mind. What the fuck?
Yes, sir.
Is that all you think about?
Occasionally, that's all that's on my mind. That's like
You
my
should change your
dream.
thumbnail
Why?
or your thumbnail photos because it looks like you're just another normal YouTuber.
I don't care enough to make thumbnails.
I know, but you're. Oh my God, this one has a lot of views.
Which one?
Tomcat versus Flogger.
No, read it carefully. Trust me.
Well,
Read the title carefully.
wait, Oh my fuck. Oh my God.
There's that
Interesting.
siren.
I just. Down, down, down. What intent? What made you want to make this?
My autistic ideas that appear to my head in 3 a.m. Trust, I have a whole list. I have a list on my phone of just ideas that pop up in my head.
This is actually disastrous.
Behold the consequences of the Industrial Revolution. I made it all the way through, and you're telling me this. There we go. I was about to get really mad. I thought we were about to have a repeat of the P16 trailer getting stuck again.
I'm gonna make a comment on your most recent video.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, it is indeed SnowRunner. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yes, the game one of the games of all time. Excuse me. See, my brain just could not function there for a second. Brain hurty.
It is indeed SnowRunner.
Truly one of the games of all time.
There, I made my comment.
There you go.
I got banned on my last email account because I said a bunch of questionable items in comment sections.
I
didn't like
don't
that
doubt
very
it.
much. They just didn't like me, so I had to create a whole new Gmail account. So now my name on YouTube is Mig15. Yeah, it's verifying files of SnowRunner at the moment, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get a snack again.
Okay.
Dang.
What?
I became Beanie's slave with War Thunder, apparently.
Is that right?
My entire purpose is to log on when he tells me to get it daily. That is the purpose of my life right now.
Huh.
It gives me something to do, I guess. If you don't mind me asking, how did you, or Pete, if you don't mind me asking, how did you and Beanie meet?
Man, it's been so long ago. I've known him for almost 10 years now. I think we met. It was either after a game. It was in War Thunder, by the way. Because of course it was. I think it was either after a match. Or it was in one of the squadrons that we were in. And we just kind of hit it off. And became best friends.
Alright.
He helped me through tough times, I helped him through tough times, all that good stuff.
So I didn't feel like cooking food. So I just grabbed an entire new box of Captain Crunch.
Well, there you go.
Captain Crunch is different. I'm in, by the way. I'm loading in.
Well, good. I'm bringing the 750 back up there, and I'm bringing my crane truck back up there, and I will be on my way with the P16 here shortly.
Alright. I just seen that BMP2 with the outboards on it again. I want it. I want that BMP.
I wonder how much horsepower those engines are pushing.
I don't know, but they're entirely engines. They're not powered by the actual engine. They're their own thing. That's what I'm wondering.
I think you would need a pretty big engine to add a pretty big boat motor to add significant speed to that thing.
Well, there's two of them now.
I know. It might be because they don't use the tracks in the water. They just use the boat motors in the water. I don't know.
Is that how the BMP2 per
Well, that's how it moves around in War Thunder, yeah, and in real life. It just uses the tracks as propulsion.
I'm getting crossplay alarms to join your game.
Do what?
There we go. I'm in.
You should say crossplay.
Yeah.
You're not on console.
Imagine having it. No, I'm not.
Okay.
No. PC superior.
I used to be ambidextrous when it came to console and PC.
I used to be a Xbox 360 gamer in my old, days. Way back then, though.
Fuel, consumables, and blocks. Cool.
My game's having anything with them. Okay, there's a G6 mod for SnowRunner.
There is?
Yeah, the giant artillery piece. Apparently, its turret can turn too. I want to know where it is.
There's an R3 mod.
I know.
Don't know if you saw it or not.
Why does every female have to have anti-Russia in their bio? on TikTok.
Every what?
Every female has to have like anti-Russia, Z, anti-operation.
Because it's popular. It gets views. That's why I distance myself from all that. I literally only use Snap to keep up with Bean, Nuke, and Ryan. That's it.
Fair.
And my parents, and that's it. A couple people that I know. That's about it. That's about as far as it goes.
It is indeed one of those moments.
No females in the DMs, nothing like that.
No, you have a girlfriend, right?
Nuh-uh.
Oh.
It's a blessing
Yeah.
and a curse.
Unfortunately, I am indeed permanently tied to one, per se. It was rather unfortunate.
Oh no, you're married and have a child. Ah, so bad.
It is. All my money goes to that bull crap.
Gee, who would have thought?
Oh, okay, we get it. Okay. I'm just gonna give the kids a bunch of fireworks and a lighter and say, go have fun. See what happens.
Last time I did that, I got the cops called on me.
Wait, hold on, I want a story.
Alright. I was like 11 or 12, and it was a Sunday afternoon, and my dad had gotten us some bottle rockets. At this point in time, excuse me, they were illegal in the state of Georgia. So we start having a bottle rocket fight in the front yard, and from a distance, they sound like 22. They sound pretty similar. So someone calls the cops on us, and 3 cops with their guns drawn pull up on me and Justin, throwing bottle rockets at each other. Oh, what did I hit? Oh. Me and him were throwing bottle rockets at each other, and I was using a, I think it was a Daisy lever action BB gun that didn't work anymore. Well, what I was doing was I was throwing the battle rockets down in the barrel when I lit them, and then I was aiming it like I was shooting.
Oh my god.
So had a little altercation there. One guy, the two of them were there pretty chill about it. There was one guy there that was trying to be Mr. Super Cop, all arrogant and oh, you can't do this. Gotta stick up his ass, and he was like, I could arrest you. And then my dad was like, okay. He put his hands out in front of him and he said, cuff me, arrest me, do it. And he was like making some excuse like, oh, something or whatever, something I can't remember. He's like, really, you're getting all worked up about a bunch of kids out here throwing bottle rockets at each other, like you didn't do that when you were a kid. And he just stood there and looked at him. And he said some more stuff along something like that. He basically just blew the wind out of his sails of that argument.
So
And
you want to know a story I had
left.
to deal with? Same story, except these kids that I had to deal with are throwing like mortars at us, or not at us, but at each other. So they were throwing the big ones.
Yeah.
At each other, and this area is like hillbilly country in up here. So these people are just built different, not correct at all, aren't smart, and it sounded like straight up warfare. And a kid threw at one of our cars, and the cop just pissed his pants. It was fucking awesome, but embarrassing for the poor guy.
Rip.
It is indeed one of those moments. It says failed to connect, by the way.
That's goofy.
It is actually unfortunate.
The good news is I made it to the tunnel.
Indeed good.
I also found your supplies. I'm gonna delete them.
Alright.
Cargo. Because I don't think you'd be coming all the way back down here just to come pick them up.
No.
So